From Silicon Slopes, I'm your host, Josh Matches, and I'm joined by Steve Daly, the CEO of Instructure. Thank you so much for joining us.
Oh, thank you, Josh. It's great to be here.
So Steve, for the folks at home who might not know about Instructure, tell us about your company.
Yeah, so we are really focused on the product we're most well known for is our Canvas learning management system. It allows teachers and students to connect wherever they are and be able to deliver on teaching and learning.
Amazing. And this past year and a half has introduced so many challenges for students, for teachers. How have you adapted and kind of helped them in terms of the last year and a half of the pandemic?
Yeah, so the pandemic just forced what was already happening in education, which was a digital transformation. But what really our technology allowed them to do is, as everybody went virtual, it allowed teachers now to reach out to the students, deliver their homework assignments. Students could do them online, right? Rather than fill it out manually and hand it in and get it graded. They couldn't do that anymore, and so really it allowed students or teachers to reach students that they would otherwise couldn't have done without this kind of technology.
Incredible, and the world needed it now at this incredible juncture.
That's exactly right. That's exactly right.
So how does your technology kind of support the teachers and the students in terms of, avoiding the focus on grades?
Yeah. So, so a lot of what we do is we allow a teacher to organize how they're going to reach out to the student. So that can be how they get their homework, how they take their tests. They can do all of this remotely, but we're an open platform, and so we have lots of integrations with other technologies that teachers then can kind of get a read on how the student's doing. So how are they doing emotionally? How if they're not turning in their assignments, is there something going on at home? All of the things outside of just homework, getting grades, the things we think of in education that have such a huge impact on a student's ability to learn. Because of our open platform, we're able to bring all that information and feed it to the teacher so that they get a whole student view and how they're doing, not just how they're doing academically.
And how about from the student's perspective? Have you seen some anecdotes of kind of the way that you're helping support remote learning and making sure that they're actually, learning in a comprehensive way?
Yeah, no, for sure. In fact, I have a couple of my kids are using Canvas in the higher education,
yeah.
And what they've told me is what they love is when they log into Canvas, it gives them a to-do list on their portal that says, okay, here's the assignments that are coming out. It allows them to get ahead of it. And one of them is just not an organizer. And so she's like, oh man, this is the best thing in the world because now I don't miss those assignments.
Yeah, it keeps you on top of your homework.
They're always, they always know what's coming up. They can look at their grades. My one daughter, there's a what if function. So you can say, what if I miss this next assignment and get an A on the final, what's my grade gonna look like? And so she was telling me this, right? And I said, well, we need to have a conversation about that. You should turn in all your homework, but yes, you could get an A if you didn't turn in that next homework. So.
Oh yeah, of course. I know, those are the kinds of arguments we have with kids.
Yeah, exactly.
And then last question, what do you see as kind of the future of EdTech? This market is evolving. And certainly, I would love to know where you see Instructure's role as you guys continue to grow and expand this evolving area.
Yeah, we, what we saw with COVID was really a recognition of the importance of technology in the education experience. So you had this generation of teachers that had 20 years worth of lesson plans in a 4-drawer file cabinet in the back of their classroom that had to put those all online, right? And so now what they find is instead of having to go grab that homework assignment, make copies, hand it out, grade it, put it into the grade book, that's all automated for them. And so I think what we're going to see is an acceleration in student outcomes. We're going to see an increase in student outcomes because teachers can focus on what they went into education for in the first place, to mentor, to inspire, to be up in front of the classroom rather than all of these manual processes that now technology can take off of their plate. So I think we're going to see an explosion in outcomes when it comes to education in the future.
I mean, you're saving them so much time now.
That's exactly right.
And it's only going to get better in terms of their ability to focus on teaching, which is really what they're there for.
That's right. That's right.
Fantastic. Well, Steve, congratulations on all of your success at Instructure, and we look forward to seeing you again at Silicon Slopes next year.
All right. Thank you, Josh.
Thank you so much.